Greetings everybody, I am the Blue Goblin King, and we are back with the Council. After seeing Von Wellner, however you want to pronounce it, it's German, but yeah. Finding out that he was actually in love with Elizabeth, and she called it off, so it could be the crime of passion. But I doubt it, he kind of overreacted when he said about finding the person and killing them. And we are now about to go into Washington's room. So maybe we'll get somewhere in this bit, I don't know. This is going on quite a while.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Oh, another Devil's Thorn. That I don't need. Thank you. I'm stealing more and more books. Yeah, thank you. I don't even know if I've finished like part 1 of this story yet. It's just, this is going on ages, isn't it? It's going around talking to everyone. Though it gives massive backstory and quite a lot of intrigue into the characters and stuff and how they are.
George Washington.
Oh, portrait of himself, yeah. Though it wasn't his choice to put it there, so yeah, okay, fine. I let him off. Oh, some letters to divulge into.
Looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
No, can't decipher it, so we'll look at this one.
George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage.
Yeah, and it takes over.
The reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend,
William Shatner. Hello, George.
Greetings, Lee.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
You did it. You did it.
Are you all right, Mr. President? Are you feeling all right?
Oh, don't worry. It's this rotten toothache. What do you expect? I'm no spring chicken now.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
talking
let's do
to
it.
all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night, you can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
But isn't your... Oh, look. Isn't your room right next to her room? So... Shouldn't you have been able to hear her?
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
She said she had terrible migraines that wouldn't go away.
More likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered.
Or did he?
Do you
Any
know
enemies?
if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Perry, but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened. And I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks.
Who else do I have to go into? Oh, can I actually go into this room here? Is that my room? Why do I have a feeling there's going to be something in my room that planted?
Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed.
I don't
Sir
know.
Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Help her die.
It would appear that she wasn't invited to the conference.
That doesn't surprise me. The poor girl was in no way concerned by our business, and she had no political clout.
So, I don't understand why Sir Gregory invited her during the conference of his good friend Lord Mortimer. He must have realized that he wouldn't have much time to grant her. Preparing a conference does not seem an easy task. On the evening of our arrival, Lord Mortimer didn't even welcome us, what with his being so busy and all.
Yes, you're right, Louis. I didn't think of that. It is indeed rather surprising. The easiest thing to do is simply ask him, you know.
Of course.
It's very true.
Mr.
the
President,
footprint.
we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured, it looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
But a planted clue. Right. Oh. What is that? Is it gonna tell me what the painting is? Okay, just looks like a man in paint. What about this one?
Map of Vermont.
Okay. Bit of a strange choice of painting.
A map of Massachusetts.
Oh, it's just bits of. Okay. Just make him homesick. Okay, we are gonna check that room on the corner. Yep. And then we'll check our room because somehow I think there's gonna be something. Is it? Yeah. It's not gonna let me, is it? Nope. Doesn't even give me the option to open. Alright. Right. We're gonna check. Oh, wait. Whose room is this?
Monsignor, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Oh, yeah. I haven't checked his room. Oh. Okay. Let's...
Huh, that's me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't even go in my room. So what's left to do then? Oh, there's a room over here, apparently. Whose room is it?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
No, I can't even go in there. So wait, why do I... Am I going down or up? I am going to assume I should go up. Hold on, that's third floor. Library. Oh, there's some secret areas. Oh, the pier. Oh, yeah, he told me to go and talk to him, which I... Okay. He said, why not? I'm just going to ask him. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and ask him. It should be this way, I hope. We shall see. We shall see. Yes, here we go. Up we go. I wonder how long this episode is. Because the other one was, what, 2.5 hours altogether? So it's not too long. But I don't know, this investigation bit seems quite a lot at the moment. So I'm wondering if it's going to be maybe longer. I don't mind. It's just this bit of investigating is dragging on a little bit more than I was anticipating. There's the eminence. Anyone else here? Nope. Let's go and speak to Mortimer. Hello. Oh,
Honey.
thank you.
Couldn't have hoped for better.
Hello.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it. Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way. Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him, because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
Buyer? I have none.
Only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
She's investigating. Yeah, but
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating.
there you go.
If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem
That's
to know
awesome.
my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
I have none of that.
My mother must have undoubtedly
Fascinating.
taken great pleasure in these exchanges. She always was one to appreciate broadening her knowledge. I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my lord, The Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn.
Oh, thank
Your
you so
mother
much.
is a very
Yay!
well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came
Oh
looking
yeah, I
for?
forgot about his
Did she do
flashbacks
that?
and stuff.
Excuse
Well, not
me.
flashbacks, but
But between that and
Premonitions.
the childhood of Lady Adams,
Yes.
it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get
oh
someone
yeah, it's
to open
a
the box
Spanish
room
guy.
upstairs.
I forgot his name. I'm sure he's
Thank you.
Spanish, isn't he? I can't remember.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
Go to the tower. Why did you make me go downstairs then? Ah, maybe this is it here. Okay. So yeah, like he's like with his premonitions and all, seeing past events that have actually transpired that he wasn't actually there for, are actually going true. So yeah, So I wonder what if he actually has like a magic power. Well, not magic power, but you know what I mean. So yeah, his mum tortured someone. The late Elizabeth Adams, is her last name Adams? Yes. And she shot Emily's sister, or shot Emma's sister. I can't remember which way around it is now. Oh my days. But yeah, obviously I'm going to end the episode there. Like and subscribe, keep up to date with the videos. Till the next episode of The Council. And my next video, laters!